I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone, boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo! Welcome in, OTB, here on this Tuesday morning. Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tate, all back with you again in studio. It has been since Moby Dick was a minnow, since we've all been here together. It feels good to be back together. No more shows on the road. Taylor can actually do his job, doesn't have to pick up our slack, but it feels good to be back here.
But thank you for picking up our slack.
Yes, very much so. Thank you for picking
very
up
much
our slack.
appreciated. SEC Media Days was a grind, so it was good to get a little R&R right afterwards. But Taylor, thank you very much. Excellent job. We're back. It's Tuesday. Does it feel like more of like a Monday, or does it feel like a Thursday?
I think it actually feels like more of a Thursday.
I do too, because I got some good energy, rested up, ready to roll, ready to talk some sports. A lot of stuff in the news.
And you're still watching that by God cycling contest over there.
The bicycle contest. That's right. I walked in. Jacob's like, oh my God, it's still going?
I mean,
yeah, there's 6 more stages,
it was
buddy.
well before we left for Media Days. We went to Media Days. We're back from Media Days after missing a day, and you're still watching it.
Well, I told you when it started, it was 21 days plus some rest days. So that's over 3 weeks, buddy. Media Days was only 4
math.
days.
Felt like
It felt
10.
Felt like a Tour de France.
It did. We were climbing uphill ourselves.
We were climbing uphill. I mean, you way more than me.
My God.
But good Lord, did I
great,
listen
though.
to some coach speak.
It did. It was so funny. Matt had his little notebook, and he'd go in there in the main room, and he'd be taking little notes.
Jotting some things down.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was just drawing pictures.
Did you get anything worthwhile while drawing said notes?
Not really. Like a lot of the stuff I was doing in those meetings, I was listening because I enjoyed listening to like the coaches give their state of address and listening to reporters give questions. I enjoy like laughing at the bad questions and then saying, "Oh, good question to the good questions."
Yeah.
Our guy Marler got a good question. But I was also like during it, I was also had my little Lindy's magazine out.
Yeah.
And I was also doing Chat GPT, jotting down notes of like the teams that were coming the next day.
Yeah.
So I was prepping, getting ready, learning like the quarterback and head coach's names.
Did you ever raise your hand?
I did not raise my hand. I just didn't think the room was ready
For
me to like drop that heat on them.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Anybody impress you? That was up
Shane
there?
Beamer.
Okay. Love Shane. It does feel like Shane Beamer is perfect to be the South Carolina head coach.
Yeah.
Like there's
100%.
coaches that match up with whatever program they're at, and he feels like he is the best guy to be that coach for that school.
Yeah, the way he talks, kind of the attitude he brings, very well polished, but like also comes off as very relatable and kind of like I'd have a beer with you. Yeah. But he's also like polished in the same breath. Like cosmetically just fits. I don't even know how to put my finger on that one. He just like looks the part to me. Yeah. I don't know. But I came away impressed with that. I came away from he did his job when he was talking because I was like, I don't know, South Carolina gonna win this thing?
Right.
They're gonna make a run.
Supposed to do.
They going to
Right.
make the Final Four here? I don't know. That was one of my takeaways from it. I was like, he did his job because like even I'm believing the hype right now. I got it. I'm here.
That's what media days. That's one of the main things that it's for, is to create a hype train. And it happens every single year. It doesn't matter where media day is. It doesn't matter the situation. There's going to be teams that you didn't really feel great about going into media day, and you leave feeling fantastic about, or at least like you feel better about them. And I would say different tiers, but there's a lot of people high on LSU. A ton of people high on to like win it.
Yeah.
And then I would say the two darling teams were Oklahoma and Florida. Every room that I went in, no matter the schedule, because they're both brutal, people were talking about those two teams and John Mateer and DJ Lagway and what they could do. I mean, there were some people like, I think Doring has them going like Oklahoma 10-2. I'm like, I think they're pretty good. I think John Mateer.
Doring had them at 10-2.
10-2. I was like, I think it's going to translate.
Well, I learned a lot about Doring this trip. This was my first time meeting him, so
everything is advertised.
everything. No, it's not. Like things aren't even advertised. They're there. So he is what you see.
He's one
like,
of one. I
Times
told you. I
3
tried to
or
tell you.
4.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you're right. Like every time I was hearing, because that was like a big question. Every show is asking, every time a camera, who's your sleeper this year? And I was like, well, they asked me, and I was like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Right.
I think I panicked one time and said Auburn for some reason.
I think you did. I was
think
sitting by you.
Yeah, I have no idea. But that was a big thing. And then I kept hearing Oklahoma. And that's kind of who I wanted to like say as well after like just diving into more.
Right.
Because I do like Mateer, and I am really excited to do a quarterback breakdown of him later on in the season because I really want to dive into his film.
I told you, he's like a mix of you and Baker Mayfield. That's the best way I can describe like the way he carries himself, kind of his size and demeanor. He's got something to him.
You work out? You do 150 push-ups a day?
Has to.
Has to. I think the least impressive person I heard speak. Well, hold on. Let me back up. Jeff Lebby. Real person. Confirmed. Impressive person.
Yeah. He's a big dude.
Big dude.
Yeah.
And really enjoyed our conversation with him.
I know. I told you would.
I know. I didn't have the balls to ask him to touch his leg and make sure he was real. I didn't have the balls.
I think he's the only head coach we had.
Yeah.
Because the morning show, it's not a juice fest up there. Not a lot of energy.
Not a lot of energy.
A lot of people just kind of roaming around. It's just
there's one show on when we get there. Yeah. There's the Atlanta sports show that was right next to us. So literally in this whole College Football Hall of Fame, it's like a square. It makes a square around the main stage below us. There's one group talking, and that was them.
Yeah.
And then it was us.
Yeah.
So not a lot of juice, not a lot of people walking around up there. But yeah, we got, we started out the show with the quarterback,
Blake
and the head
Shapen.
coach. So I guess my new sleeper, now that we're talking about it, Mississippi State. Watch out.
You did have to talk nice about Shreveport Evangel too. Sort of.
Did I talk nice?
I think you did. So I'm sure Tate did a great job going over this yesterday, but to win the SEC championship, the SEC preseason media poll, it goes like this: Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Vandy, Florida, Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Auburn. Now, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Auburn only receiving 1 vote. Vanderbilt and Florida, 2. Oklahoma, 3. South Carolina, 5. But there is a clear top tier in the media's mind in the SEC. It is Texas, Georgia, Alabama, and LSU. 96, 44, 29, and 20 first place votes. When you go from LSU to South Carolina, it goes from 20 all the way down to 5.
Yeah, and you kind of brought it up too. LSU was the belle of the ball at SEC media. Every person you talk to.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel, but then I see these votes. It's from the same people that were talking about them all week. I thought everybody was saying, I got LSU beating Texas or LSU beating Georgia, or like,
Yeah.
if anything, somebody beating LSU.
Yeah.
And so I saw this too, and I was like, that didn't jive with the things I was hearing the entire time.
Oh, as far as LSU being all the way down at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
you're right. Because everybody we talked to, it was LSU, at least in the SEC championship game, it felt like.
For sure.
I didn't feel like many people had them out. They do come in 4th here, and they're 4th in the overall predicted order of finish as well. I've got Texas and LSU. That's what I put on my ballot. Texas and LSU in the SEC championship game. I don't know.
I didn't fill out a ballot.
God, it's in your email. You didn't check your email when they said, like,
I got a lot of emails.
you're a media member now. You can fill out this ballot. You can go first team, second team quarterback.
I did, but I got real sensitive spam checkers on my email. I got to block out the noise.
So when you heard it, like you heard us talking about it, you just like, that's not me. They're not sending me one.
Plenty of people are going to vote. I'll tell you what, LSU would have had 21 total votes.
Well,
Still would have been in 4th. So it wouldn't have mattered. My vote didn't matter.
Loser mentality there. I don't like that at all. First team quarterback was not Garrett Nussmeier, and I think I saw every show talk about this yesterday, but it was Lenore Sellers, South Carolina. LSU actually doesn't have anyone on the first team offense. Now, Garrett Nussmeier was the second team quarterback. Caden Durham was the second team running back. Aaron Anderson was a second team receiver. So they were well represented on the second team, but no player on the first team, including Garrett Nussmeier. Any surprise that Lenore Sellers gets the top spot?
I guess when you look at it from like just geographically of all the folks that were there, no, it's not any surprise because I do think Lenore has the potential to be a guy like a big time, like bolster himself up to a first round pick after this season, and just look really damn impressive.
He looks like an edge rusher when he walks in.
Like the eyeball test,
Yeah.
check and check.
Yeah.
Right. So I can get kind of like that sense. Like you're voting 2 days after you just saw him physically and he impressed you as just like a statue, as just a human being.
There was I don't want to make sure I missed anybody, but 3 guys that come to mind. He was one, DJ Lagway was another, and Taylor Green from Arkansas was another. Like of the quarterbacks, and I'm like, I was not familiar with your game.
Yep.
I did not know that. Like DJ Lagway walked into the room, and we're like, how tall are you? He's like 6'3". I was like, my guy, you passed 6'3" up 6 years ago. Like, because Dusty Dvorak, who was with us, he's 6'3", and Dusty was looking up to him. DJ Lagway was a large human.
I believe I'm going to get this band correct, but in the words of 98 Degrees, God must have spent a little bit of time.
You got it wrong.
Dang it.
You got it wrong.
Who was it?
Okay, a couple things here.
Respect, though.
I respect you pulling out 98 Degrees.
Okay, thank you.
That's a deep cut. It's not In Sync. It's not the Backstreet Boys.
It wasn't Nick
It's a deep
Lachey?
cut. No, that is In Sync.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm so
Yeah.
disappointed in myself.
Yeah, that's In Sync.
All right. I'm in timeout.
I appreciate the
I'm in
effort,
timeout.
though. I appreciate the effort.
Cut off my mic.
First team defense, LSU, Whit Weeks was on the first team. The second team, Harold Perkins, and then no player on the third team. You did have a couple of specialists. Varian Brown, return specialist. Xavier Thomas was all-purpose on the second team. Return specialist Thomas on the third team as well. So he actually got second and third team in different positions. So LSU well represented, but I think the main thing was going to be Garrett Nussmeier not being QB1 on the first team. But
obviously we would have had him first team, right? We think he's going to be the best, but I get the vote on the timing of when it happened. There's a lot of hype. Shane Beamer did a great job. Like I said, even I was on the hype train of South Carolina. So I think everybody probably felt the same way that I did. And then you just see him physically. So I get the vote going the way it did, when it did. Now, if we were to vote a week ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe it's a little bit different, maybe a little closer to the season. You start analyzing just the football play and everything like that. Maybe those votes would change, but I get it.
Arch Manning was the third-team quarterback, in case you missed that as well.
Who?
Arch Manning.
How do you spell that?
ARCH. Arch.
Position?
Running back.
ASL?
Can you ask that anymore? Is that okay?
I don't think
Is
so.
that okay?
Yes, please.
Arch was fine. Like, he came in with us and serious, and he was fine. He was good. You could tell he'd been coached up. He was polished. Like, he wasn't going to say anything crazy. He said Archie, his grandfather, obviously, was like, yep, keep it short and sweet and be respectful. And that was like his advice, and he did that. That's exactly what he did. But he didn't do the entire car wash.
No.
Like, he didn't do Marty and McGee, which I think everybody outside of Arch did quarterback-wise. He's the only one that didn't.
Well,
So
he didn't do Hester and Flynn.
he did not do Hester and Flynn. Although
You're not going to do us. Who are you going to do?
They were in the afternoon.
These people just need to know. Like, if you just want like a good, fun convo for a little bit, a little breakaway from getting shelled by random dumb questions, come see us.
I will say this. I truly believe, and I had Commissioner Sankey twice. I think we had his favorite interview of the week
There's no doubt
that he was a
about
part
that.
of.
That man, I feel that man has got to take
Oh
some
my God.
questions.
He's like, so I can put it on autopilot?
Yeah,
We were like, absolutely, you can.
yeah, dude. Like, I don't know, what's your favorite food?
We asked that man how he picks out his clothes every day, and he was loving talking
All
about
right, look, to me, that was one of the probably the best questions of anybody in SEC Media Day. Like,
Oh, thank you.
Everybody would resonate with that question. Like,
Yeah.
how do you pick out your clothes? You got every color represented here at SEC. You're going to piss somebody off.
Yep.
What's the thought process? Great question.
Green. Always go green.
He said, I think he said yellow a lot.
He
too.
said blue and yellow, that's our colors. That's our conference colors, so you can't really get in trouble when you wear those colors. We said, green's always, he had green on that day, blue and green. It's like, it's always safe, blue and green. He said, and no matter what, somebody will say he's being biased towards a certain team, even if the color doesn't exist.
What did he say? He had a tie on one time that was like so neutral. There was like a little speck of red or
It's
something
like
on
an
it.
orange speck.
An
You're like,
orange
oh, you wore
speck.
your Auburn tie today, huh? Get out of here. Fly
Get outta
kite.
here. What are we
All right,
doing?
so we do have a ton to kind of catch up on. We got to get vibe checks from around the room. It's not feeling great over there, but we're gonna make
Picking
it
it
feel
up.
better. We're
We're
gonna
picking
perk
it up.
up a little bit. We got to get
Tuesday,
this
but it
thing
feels like a
started.
Thursday.
We've got some great guests. We've got a lot coming your way when we jump back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Lon is probably glad that we're not going to have a 2.5-minute live here. Go to boudreauxelectrical.com. That is the website for, you guessed it, Boudreaux's Electrical. Get that free Generac quote on the top right corner of the website. The tagline is more power, more protection. That's exactly what you get with Boudreaux's. On the North Shore is 985-397-1562. In the greater Baton Rouge area, it is 225-300-9389. Again, go to the website today. Get everything scheduled. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Get that peace of mind. We are sitting here, oh my God, it's July 22nd. We know what happens in August. That Gulf of America starts to heat up. Get that peace of mind. Get that protection of your things, of your house, of your possessions, whatever it is. Give a quote today. Call them. Have them come out to your house. Size a generator for you. BoudreauxElectrical.com. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone?
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Let's go across the glass here. Got to get a vibe check, a little check-in with our crew. We missed our crew dearly. That's one of the things that being on the road, you certainly miss the most. You don't have the Foxhole in studio vibes, and so it's good to be back. Alondra, I know got a headache situation, but we missed you.
It's all good.
And we certainly
going away.
were living through you covering UFC 318.
It was awesome.
That looked incredible.
Just to clarify, though, Flynn only missed me. He didn't miss Taylor.
That's true.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Pretty much, he did
hitting the
say
wind.
that.
Taylor hadn't been thinking about that all week.
That's right.
He did.
Poor Tay-Tay.
Just catching a stray.
But yeah, no, I did.
Always.
I was telling y'all this morning.
Wasn't even a stray. Relax.
No, it was just like a Freudian
Your eyes are
slip.
direct
It
hit.
was,
You're right.
it was definitely a Flynnism for sure.
He didn't even realize he said it. He was like, "What'd I say?"
Huh? What'd I do?
Yeah, I had a little migraine. I'm telling it's starting to go away a little bit, but I'm good. UFC 318 was awesome. It was definitely one of my favorite things that I've ever done, like in my life. Like it was like Omaha and then UFC 318 are like top two for sure. And it's like 1A, 1B. And yeah, it was awesome. And to be there for like Dustin's last fight. And
a good fight, too.
It was a good fight.
I mean, I know he didn't win, but
it wasn't the
was a
result
great
we wanted,
fight.
but it was awesome. It was a good, really good. We were talking about this yesterday. It was a really good way for him to go out. And even though he did lose his last two fights, they were really good ones against good opponents that really like solidified how much of a legend in the sport he is. So it was awesome. I did not expect. I didn't know where I was going to be sitting. You asked me.
I asked you because I was.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. I think probably in the press box.
Right.
And then I get there and they're like, "You're this way on the floor," and I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
And then I get there and my name's like on the table, and I was
you were
"This is crazy."
What,
I was cage side.
Like 2 rows. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
you were right there.
It was insane.
Where'd you get the tickets?
So I got credentialed. Yeah. I took a shot in the dark and I got myself. I didn't even. Like, I did it, and then I let Matt know. I was like, hey, I just applied for one. Just a heads up in case you get an email or whatever. But, yeah, I kind of just did it not expecting to even get approved for it. But I'm glad I did because it was awesome. And, yeah, I want to go to, like, more UFC stuff.
Oh, you're going to have the bug now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, now that.
I was telling Matt yesterday that, like, I was so close. The body shots sounded so brutal, like with the leg kicks or whatever. Right. Like they sounded so brutal. And then I could see every time they got hit, their sweat like flying off of them. It was awesome. Like it was seriously.
Did you go for the like the pre-card?
I was there for
like
the prelims.
The prelims.
Yeah, I got there at like 6.
So what was the most? So I've never been to the like a big time. I went and saw like Sean Jordan like in the local fights.
Yeah,
and it's all. My like takeaway is always like it's way more violent in person because you like you said you hear the body shots, you hear people like hit the floor when they get knocked out, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And what was the most like violent, bloody thing that you saw in a fight?
I don't know. So like Max was pretty beat up. Like he had some. Max was. He looked so. We were also talking about this yesterday. Like, Max won every round except for maybe round 2 of that fight. Yeah. Like, round 2 was probably Dustin's best round. But, like, Max looked worse face-wise than Dustin did. But there was one knockout in the prelims that I saw that I was like, ooh, that was kind of brutal. And because I love when they go for the finish. Like, they're hurt. And, like, they could tell they're hurt. So they go for the finish and they just start like nailing them with punches and they have to like call it off or whatever. But there was one, I don't remember who it was, but there was one in the prelims that was a knockout that was pretty brutal. And then I think there was a tap too. So like all the finishes were in the prelims. The main card was all decisions.
Should Dustin have tried to finish him when he knocked
instead
him down?
Of jump the gilly? Yeah.
I think so.
But like he lives and dies by it. So
I know. And he submitted him like before, like, but like Max had no guard.
Yeah.
He hurt him. His
bad.
hands were both on the ground. He could have
went for the finish. And so they asked him that after the fight. They were like, do you regret jumping the gilly instead of just finishing him when he was hurt? And he was like, no, I thought that was going to be the one.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you play too much.
I know.
Like, that was like, you could have.
No, it's like he was trying to get, like, that's the way he wanted everything to finish. And I get it.
So when that was happening, I started, you can't record, like, if you're in the media or whatever, in the like little media area, you can't record the fight while it's actually happening.
Right.
You can between rounds, but you can't record like the actual fight.
They are very, very sensitive about how that,
So whenever Dustin had him hurt, I started recording the crowd because I was like, ooh, if he gets him, the crowd is going to pop like crazy. So like I got a kind of cool video of that, but like he ended up not. But other than that, like it was amazing, even though he did lose. And when he put the gloves down and they were playing Frank Sinatra's My Way.
Yeah.
And they were also showing like before the fight video montages up there, and I just like had the chills the entire time I was there.
I bet that was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
You got the bug now. There's going to be like a UFC in San Jose, and they're like, somebody from Baton Rouge, ESPN, trying to get a credential here.
Right.
Like, what's the tie? What's the tie here?
Right, and I'm gonna do it.
Like, I mean,
I mean,
actually, I bet if you put LouisianaSports.net, like with it having just the Louisiana name, like covering the entire state.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even think about it.
So Matt was like, if they don't want the 104.5 one, you can put .net on there. But I got it with 104.5 ESPN. But it was great.
Who are the fighters now that you would travel to go see now that you got the bug?
I would go see Ilya Taporia for sure, his next fight, especially if it's with Patty, because I love both of them. Yeah. Like, both of them are my faves.
Some cringy trash talk last time in the
octagon.
I was like,
Joe's like, come on.
Not that cool.
I do love that Joe's like, Joe Rogan was like, oh, I know who you're talking about. Like, calls him into the ring, but
Joe doesn't. He DGAF right now.
No, he don't.
At all.
I wish he was there on Saturday, but
he wasn't.
No, Daniel Cormier was on the call.
That makes sense too, with him being in Louisiana.
But yeah, for sure I'd go see Ilya. I did meet this guy from Paris. He was like with a sports organization over there. And well, this is I was telling Taylor too, like everybody that I met in the media was super cool. Yeah. Like they were awesome. And I don't feel like that's always the experience that I have.
Now, Flynn called them mouth breathers last week. So. Yeah.
Right.
You did.
I mean,
kind of call them like you see them sometimes.
But I met that guy from Paris, and he was like, "Oh, you should go to the one in September coming up, the UFC event in Paris in September." And I was like, "That sounds like way out my budget, so I won't be there. But I hope you have a good time." But he was saying he goes to all the pay-per-views.
Oh wow!
I'm like, that's a lot of international travel.
Yeah, coming over literally
like once a month.
Once a month. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Good for you.
What's your expense report look like?
Yeah,
right.
Lord.
He was signing off on that.
Paris.
Tay, how's Friday? How'd Monday go? Sitting here hosting for us. I feel like you probably had enough content to be able to.
No, we had plenty.
To let her rip.
Man, I had stuff we didn't even get to.
Yeah.
I mean, we let it rip. Friday was fun. Yesterday, a little bit more sports heavy. Friday was a little bit more lighthearted, but we had a great time. You know, it was weird. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh man, like I don't have to host. Like, it'd be a little bit boring today.
And you got like
awesome.
Jerry Jones stuff to talk about too.
Well, I didn't get to that yesterday.
Wait, what?
It kind of came out after the show. We'll get to it today. Trust me.
What?
Jerry Jones. Micah Parsons.
Oh, yeah.
Old Jerry.
Y'all triggered
I wish
him.
Jerry Jones would get out. You know
His
what?
eyes twitching. What's happening?
I wish he'd
a
just
banana.
get out of my life. Just get out of my life.
Just get out of your life? What are you talking about?
The best player in your franchise, unprompted, by the way, they didn't ask him, hey, what do you think about Michael Parsons' injury concerns? He's like, well, you know, even if we sign him, are we really going to have him? I mean, the guy missed 6 games last year.
Oh, what an
Jerry,
idiot.
like, why are you dumping on your franchise guy who you're in the middle of contract
a guy who
negotiations?
always champions the Cowboys.
Oh, guess what?
Like,
that price
and
just went up.
Everything he's ever on, he's like, Cowboys, Cowboys, Cowboys.
100%.
Everything.
Can I tell you, we're talking about the Cowboys in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Guess what they're doing in Seattle right now? Talking about the Cowboys. Guess what they're doing in New York City?
Yeah.
Talking about the Cowboys. Jerry Jones is a brilliant person. I heard an analogy of him recently, and I loved it. He's like, he's the modern day P.T. Barnum. Like, that son of a gun can sell a circus.
Yep.
Am I right? And he
doesn't
it's
care about
probably
winning.
his goal.
No, I don't think Jerry cares about
He is a modern day P.T. Barnum.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is unbelievable because everybody saw, and it's every single year. Doesn't matter how bad they are, how good they are. They do something that everybody thinks is dumb, or everyone thinks is cringy or like bad business, but it's all amazing business.
Like Jerry will say something knowing it's going to get traction, and in my opinion, his thought process is, hey, we're talked about it in the media all the time, and we continue to turn a profit. Did my job. Like, you did your job as owner.
Yeah, right.
You haven't done your job as GM, which is the major problem.
We are in Jerry's world. And
did you ever talk with the Cowboys, come close to signing with the Cowboys?
Yeah, in 2015. I went down there, so that was the year.
We needed you that year, too.
So that was the year that I was with the Patriots for Deflategate, and then I was with the Jets when they screwed me.
Yeah, you had a sweet mustache.
Screw you, Jets.
And then, right?
A couple weeks ago, Fu Manchu for the fourth. Because I always grew up some sort of facial hair out for the fourth preseason game.
Right.
So I had a Fu Manchu, and I had these beautiful curly locks sticking out the back of my. I looked like our guy in the Tour de France, our American in the Tour de France.
Yeah,
Quinn.
Yeah.
I dropped some dimes, and then I got cut the next day. And then I went and worked out for the Cowboys because I can't remember who the quarterback was. Oh, it was Romo.
Well, we were 4-12 that year.
Yeah.
And
Romo got hurt.
Got hurt. I believe. I think it may have been Kyle Orton for a few games.
Ooh.
And then it was like 3 guys.
Kyle Orton was kind of the man. Like,
and then
I'll really good.
I'll
I didn't know he played for the Cowboys.
This was the tail end.
He got hurt.
And then there was about 3. We were 31st in the league.
So they
points
brought
per
me
game.
in to work out, and it was me, Christian Ponder, Josh Johnson, and something like Bethea, Bethea. He had 2 last names.
Yeah.
And so we all 4 went
like
to
the
work
2
out.
last name guy got it.
So we worked out, and then I was spinning it good. They send everybody home. They keep me there, talking to my agent. I'm in the locker room having like lunch with the team, and they're like a little cafeteria. And my agent's like, all right, they're just going to put the numbers together, put the contract together, blah, blah. I was like, all right, I'm going to be starting for the Cowboys next week.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, cool.
Probably pretty cool
so
for you too. Yeah.
I was sitting in the locker room. I'm like talking to Jason Witten in the locker room because I'd seen him like down at I kind of knew him a little bit from seeing him at the beach. And then an hour turns into 2 hours. 2 hours turns into 3 hours. And I'm like, like what's happening right here? Like 4 hours later, me just sitting there, my agent calls me. It's like, hey, sending you back to the airport. They're signing Matt Castle.
Who wasn't even there.
By the way, I was just
there.
checking. Orton was the year before. It was Matt Castle.
It was Matt Castle. They signed him, and I was like, bring his ass down here. I would have outthrown him too.
Yeah, he threw 5 touchdowns, 7 picks that year. It's a bang-up job there.
So, I was that close away to playing for my childhood team. And, didn't get it. But I signed with the Saints a week later.
Yeah, so it worked out. I'll tell like a 30
I would
second
have rather
story.
started for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I know. We got to take our break. But I remember when my first time as a free agent, and they're not supposed to do this, but agents do. They've been talking to teams because I was coming up, and my agent's like, hey, I got a team that really likes you. Going to be a lot closer to your hometown. I'm like, okay, cool. Saints, Cowboys, right? And I started looking at houses, New Orleans and Dallas. It was Tampa. I'm like, has my agent T-Bob, when it comes
That's
to
not that close.
geography, like Tampa?
Yeah.
That's not close. What are
Down
you
there
talking
somewhere?
about? Yeah, I was like, Dallas, New Orleans, let's go. It's Tampa.
Houston, maybe Houston.
Maybe Houston, yeah.
Maybe.
But I don't know why I was like Dallas or New Orleans.
Well, yeah,
It was Tampa. It was like,
obvious reasons.
Wasn't that much farther to San Diego. So that's as close as I got to Dallas because I thought maybe he was talking about Dallas. And on that note, we'll take a break. More OTB when we jump back.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Go Tommy's, G-E-A-U-X, Tommy's with a Y.com. Go Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. And look, you'll clearly see the difference when you go to the homepage. But also, like you see right there, if you're watching on YouTube, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and so on and so forth. They win awards. That's what they do. They stack awards for the work that they do, the customer service that they have. Best of Baton Rouge, best windows in the Advocate this year. That is Tommy and the team. So go to the website, see what they can do for you. They customize your job as well. GoTommys.com.
Go Tommy's window sidings and doors. They are serving Louisiana with the highest quality products and service. Go see their gallery of work, their customer testimonials right there on their website. See the awards too. Oh my God, so many awards every single year. Windows, doors, sidings, lifetime warranty. GoTommys.com.
Tigers turned talkers. This is Off the Bench.
She was a happy girl the day that she left me. She turned away, what was she looking at? She was a sour girl the day that she met me. Hey, what are you looking at?
All right, welcome back in OTB 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge, and let's go ahead and get this thing started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com, GoFlowIV.com. You go to GoFlow IV Spa on Facebook as well. If you want to be hydrated, it is summertime. It is hot outside. Go ahead and make sure you get that done. You can book your appointment right there online, GoFlowIV.com.
Go check them out. Get hydrated. It is hot as heck out there. So stay hydrated before you go work out, before you drink, or afterwards. Whatever it is, go visit them right there on Jefferson. Get hydrated. Get vitamized. Go Flow IV.
All right, so just to get started, it's kind of like the guests that we have coming up today. We're going to have Will Clapp, Saints offensive lineman, of course, former LSU offensive lineman, join us in about 30 minutes from now. Then we're going to have Blake Baker, LSU's defensive coordinator, join us at 8:30. And, of course, it's Tuesday, so Nick Underhill, New Orleans Football. But just to get it started, it's here. It is football season. It is training camp. It is the suck of getting ready for a season, and that's what time it is. And we have made it here. We've had media days. We've had talking season. But now having players getting ready for camp, having coaches, vacation is over. Our guests today are going to tell us about camp and kind of that last little millisecond of a break before you get started, before it is over, before you shut the door, lock the door, and throw away the key.
Yeah, it's the calm before the storm. Certainly for players, it's certainly a big calm before a big old storm. As a former player, me and Hester were like, man, like the Saints, they're reporting tomorrow. I'm sure most NFL teams report in the next couple of days. I think colleges are in like another week or so. I don't miss that feeling.
No.
Before training camp, which was like remember what, like as a kid you get nervous for games, like, and you got butterflies in your stomach. I never really got those like terribly when I was like later in college or NFL. I mean, you'd have nerves, but like before training camp, it was like literal nerves, like going into it, because it's like I know what it's about to happen.
Yep.
And me, like less than anybody else, being a quarterback, because like just the physical grind wasn't there hitting.
Yeah. That part wasn't. I didn't like that. I actually didn't mind that at all. Like the physical nature of training camp. Even when we got into the league and it was old school two-a-days, I didn't care about that. I just hated being there all damn day and staying in some random either dorm room or a hotel, some Ramada Inn, and you wake up at 6, you're at the facility for 6:30, and you don't get back to your room till like 10:30.
Yep.
Like that's what I hated. Like especially like later in your career when you know you know the playbook, you know the ins and outs, you know what it takes to get ready for the season, and it's like this is stupid. I hate it.
Just staying like in an uncomfortable place. And training camp schedule's like meant to make you uncomfortable the whole time. And then it's just your body's just not right. Like after the first day, you're sore.
Yeah. Something's
hurting. You're grinding all day in meetings, workouts, practices, walkthroughs, and then like you're also sore as hell. So any free time you have, you're in the training room, either getting like active hands-on treatment or in the tubs or doing something. So it's like there's never a down moment in training camp. Like maybe you get 20 minutes to like we'd play like backgammon or something in the locker room, like or a card game or something. You'd stay up a little bit later than you should because that's like only free time you had to like talk about something else or play a game or just like
you stay down there at snack, and that's really like those snack moments, at least for us and the teams I played for, like that was the team bonding.
Yeah.
Certainly in San Diego, like we would sit
For sure.
around a table and we'd all be, one last little snack. And usually the special teams coach is down there stirring the pot.
Yep.
And we'd have, guys from all over the country and be like, hey, how do you say this word where you're from? Well, why do you say it like that? That's stupid.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're dumb. My high school team is better than your high school team,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But there's always that one or two coaches that love hearing themselves talk and love telling stories about themselves. So, like, that always made for some good, like,
Oh, yeah.
either some coaches told great stories and you just listen to
Yeah,
them.
Rich
Some would tell-
Bisaccia was a great storyteller. He would tell John Gruden stories every day because he was with him when they were winning the Super Bowl.
Yep. But it was like that snack, crush some Lucky Charms at night. Ooh. But yeah, we would play games afterwards too. So we'd always have big games like cribbage. Just like, I don't know. It was mostly in Green Bay. So we played like weird card games and like.
Hey, look, I just went to Green Bay. I get it.
Yeah,
I get
so
it.
I learned how to play a lot of games up there.
Yeah.
But right now, from this side of the table, like looking in, we're kind of excited because we're so close to having like actual tangible things to talk about and break down and say, this is good, this is bad. But it's going to be a little while, even after training camp starts. Like you're going to see these little snippets of, oh, Garrett Nussmeier looked good today. What do you mean? Like routes on air look good? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's cool and everything. And I know that like Saints practice is going to be open. And so we will have things to break down then. But really until those games start, preseason games, it's like we're so close to having that.
Yeah.
Those, like I said, those tangible things to actually sit here, break down X's and O's. But so fired up. Like I'm just football season is just like on the brink. We're so
Yep. Some teams are
fired
already
up.
in camp. Some teams in the NFL, I know the Chargers, they have the Hall of Fame game. They're already in camp. Yeah. You played that?
No, I didn't.
Me neither.
They played in it like I think the year or two after I had left Green Bay because Brett Favre was getting inducted. So they played in it then.
Right. This is for Antonio Gates.
So like no, and for those of y'all who don't know, the two teams that play, I'm pretty sure every time or usually they have somebody.
This time it's just one. They're playing the Lions, but yeah, typically it's both.
Yeah, typically both teams have somebody being inducted. That's why they're invited to play in that game and to celebrate, one or two of those people that are getting inducted. But that is a game that nobody wanted to do.
No.
Because preseason games suck.
Yep.
Unless you're a guy that isn't supposed to make the team and you're trying to make the team, they're not fun. I get the purpose of them. I get the reason, but 4 was a lot.
Yeah.
Now, then when we were playing, you throw another one on there, that made it 5. Like 5 games, people are putting their livelihoods and contracts on the line.
Yeah.
For what would you get, like $300-400 a week during training camp?
Like $480 a week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
It's like a scholarship check.
Better
back
for
then.
you than me. It's just like a scholarship check. All right, we'll take our last break of hour number 1. Again, we've got Will Clapp joining us in about 25 minutes from now. Blake Baker right after that. Stay locked in here to OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, it is always a great time to go for dose, right? We talk about it all the time. Beach beer, lake beer, river beer, pool beer, whatever. Right, airport beer, if you're hanging out with friends beer, if you're enjoying some good fajitas beer, like whatever it is, if you're by the grill, if you want to chill, go ahead, grab a Dos Equis. They even have a website. I don't know if you've heard about this. You can go to their website, dosequis.com.
Yep.
I heard it's a great place for all the information when you want to go for dose. So go to
HTTP,
dosequis.com.
/www. They're going to ask you to verify your age when you go to that website. That was a really good moment for me, but it made Dos Equis memorable, and it should be. You know what else made it memorable? Every time somebody saw us outside of the show, Jake and Matt had a Dos Equis in hand. That beautiful green bottle, that beautiful Mexican lager. Get some today. Get ready for the weekend. How about a midweek beer? You kidding me? Go for Dos Equis.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
It's alright.
All right, welcome back in OTB. In hour number 2, I do want to play a video of my former quarterback PR17, officially retiring. Over the last couple of years, he's had teams kind of reach out and, maybe in the 11th hour he'd join them, but he is coaching high school football. His son is one of the top recruits in the country, and he decided to officially retire. And I want to play some of that. But did you know, Matthew, the moment that you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm ready.
Yo, for sure.
I did too. Like, I was actually with the Saints about to go up to the Greenbrier, and just like in Harlem Nights when he's like, yeah, I'm not coming home anymore. I was like, I'm not going to the Greenbrier anymore.
Yep.
Like, I'm good. I'm done. You can't half step into an NFL season. And I knew that I didn't want to be disrespectful to the Saints. So I was like, I'm done.
Yep. I was done my last year or two. I was done a couple times. But there was this one time I was really done and I knew it. And I think I've told the story on air before. But I can't tell it in 15 seconds. So I'll tell it later.
That's called a radio tease.
Now we got to tease you for a few segments because we got some guests lined up.
Well, not at 8 o'clock. You can tell us when we come back.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that. We'll play the
Next
video.
hour.
It's a whole retirement segment coming up.
Coming home.
More OTB, hour number 2 when we come back. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
I was actually in the Garden when Carmelo had his first game with the Knicks, and he's from there, and they played that over the loudspeakers. Pretty good, that song.
Took me a second to realize you're talking about Madison Square Garden.
The Garden? Jesus. Go to KTOZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. You see right there on the homepage, Brandon Barton and the team, always ready to go. They're going to come into your space, your home, your business, and know your space better than you in 10 minutes. And that's not just lip service. I can promise you because it happened to me. They knew exactly what we needed, where we needed it, and they got it done. And we are thankful every single day. KTOZBlinds.com.
A to Z interiors and outdoor living. So it means just that. They can help you outdoor in your outdoor living space and inside. They also have complimentary installations on everything: drapery, exteriors, motorized screens, whatever it is. Give them a call today. Go visit their website, KTOZBlinds.com.